That moment in time when you wish you could ask that person what it was like growing up in their time, or what their grandparents were like, what the war was like. Ever wanted to know those questions, but it was too late? They weren't around? Well, I've decided that I didn't want that to happen to me, and earlier this summer I decided to interview my grandparents, both grandparents, and ask them questions about their childhood, what was their house like, anything from what was their house like to did they have any chores, did they spend their money, did they save their money, what kind of family activities did they do as a kid, and what kind of family activities did they do later on as a parent. These are some good questions that I wanted to ask, not for me myself because I knew some of these things, but for those that will come after me that won't get to know my grandparents. And with these videos, it would allow them to actually see them, hear their voice, and kind of get a taste of their personality. And that was something I wanted to take advantage of this year when I interviewed my grandparents. And not only did it help me, but also I could tell it helped them because I would ask them questions to reflect on their family. And I think sometimes life gets too busy and we don't think about our parents, what they've done for us, and reflect on things because life's just so fast. And every single person, every single relative I interviewed would get emotional and they'd cry. And after the interview, they couldn't stop telling me stories and reminiscing into things, and I could tell it got them excited. And I could tell also though that they wish they would have known more about their great grandparents and their parents and would have asked these questions, because if you don't ask the questions, it becomes lost and you're no longer able to have this information. So the biggest lesson I learned while doing this is that we need to take advantage of the moment with our relatives and not just shoot the breeze with them, but we need to ask questions about their life and about what they did and what their parents were like, and what their grandparents were like, because once your grandparents are gone, no one's really going to be able to tell you about their grandparents. So that is the big important part, because your parents will be able to tell you obviously about your grandparents, but your parents won't be able to tell you about your great grandparents. So I thought that was a really important thing to do, and that we all need to take advantage of the time we have with our relatives and ask them questions and be sincere with them, and learn more about them. And that is something I'm trying to make a goal for and continue on doing for the rest of my life.